Hello guys, welcome to this video, and in this video we are going to examine the historical context of civil service in Kenya. So in this video we will focus particularly on the pre-colonial era of civil service, or during the pre-independence era of civil service. When the British colonial administration introduced the idea of civil service, it vested the whole civil service with both powers of policy making and powers of policy implementation. So this was a very serious breach to the rules that the person who makes policy cannot be in charge of implementation. So that was the first major mistake, because the British colonial administration in Kenya introduced civil service and vested the powers of policy making and policy implementation in the same civil service. Also, the senior civil servants were the governors and his appointed provincial commissioners and district commissioners. In this position, civil servants were making policies, and at the same time they took part in the implementation of policy. The demand for law and order necessitated the growth of a large provincial administration manned by civil servants. So we had to note that the civil servants in this provincial administration had unfettered degree of discretion. This went on until Kenya approached independence. So towards independence, the colonial administration made changes, which included changes made in the appointment of civil servants. One of the changes was that civil service was no longer going to take part in policy making. So, and also they are not going to take part both in policy making and policy implementation. This was really the greatest change that took place in civil service towards independence. Their discretionary powers, which were until then wide and unrestricted, were taken away. The constitution was amended, and by this amendment the civil service was placed under the supervision of an independent body which was created by the constitution. This body was known as the Public Service Commission. So the civil service quickly was run and managed by this body. So this kind of management made it impossible, and really made it impossible for civil servants to have unfettered degree of discretion. So by this constitutional amendment, the powers over the appointment of new civil servants was given to the newly created Public Service Commission. Before this time, civil servants were appointed by the governor. So now we look at the Public Service Commission. So the Public Service Commission was given power to exercise disciplinary control over persons appointed to civil service. For this purpose, a detailed government code of regulation was created, on the basis of which the Public Service Commission exercised control over civil servants. This code of conduct created a requirement of good conduct. It specifically prescribed engagement in political. It did not allow any engagement in political activities, especially for civil servants. In this constitution, the tenure of civil servants was secured to make civil servants discharge their functions independently and more efficiently. Secured tenure meant that it was not easy to dismiss civil servants. No civil servants could be dismissed unless and until the matter was referred to and heard by an independent tribunal and then the particular civil servant will be given a chance to be present and to be heard. Thank you for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe.